Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock and some of the potential possibilities coming up on Monday as the stock starts to trade on a split adjusted basis. So what that means is on Monday, instead of it being the share price of $2,212, the share price will then after the split be around somewhere like $440 some or something like that. I think to be exact for the share price exactly right now, it would be like $442.40 per share. So with this video, I'm going to be exploring some possibilities of the fact that we could see a surge on Monday in the share price. And so as always, if you all do enjoy these videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And also if you're simply just interested in investing, or if you're more specifically just interested in investing in Tesla stock now after this most recent split up coming on Monday, then feel free to check out my referral links in the description. You can create a Robinhood account before Monday and have your account ready to buy some Tesla stock. Honestly, I think beginning investing is one of the best decisions of my life, so I don't think anyone would be going wrong with buying Tesla stock on Monday, especially with me believing that this stock is going to grow tremendously in the future. That's just all my personal opinion. Keep in mind, none of what I say in this video is to be considered financial advice. So exploring this possibility on Monday, I believe that there is a much higher likelihood for growth of Tesla stock rather than compared to the idea of it actually pulling back or actually going red for that day. So with this video, I've most likely uploaded my previous portfolio update for today. So that's me talking about, transparency, my gains and losses for today. And I did address the pullback that we saw with Tesla today, but I tried to emphasize a little bit in that video that I think what really matters here is not the fact that it pulled back on today, which is Friday, the last market day before the split. I think what's important to realize is that although it pulled back today, keep in mind, this pullback is because the supply exceeds the demand at this point in time. But at this point in time, you have to realize at this point, it's all about investors that have already had access to Tesla for these many last few months as the share price started to increase and increase and increase over time. So with more people choosing to sell than to buy today for Tesla stock, the important thing to realize is that all of those individuals have had access to Tesla stock pretty much this whole time, most likely. So these are individuals in which the stock split really makes no difference to them because a lot of them likely already had the money to buy the share previously. And so today is nothing new for them. And that's why the supply exceeds the demand, which is why we see a red day with Tesla. So the important thing about Monday coming up is that finally the share price is driven down, and it's basically opening Tesla up to a whole new market of consumers, a whole new area of retail investors that didn't have access before. So you can actually make a pretty interesting analogy here with the comparison between investors that have had access to Tesla over these past few months compared to ones that have always wanted to get in on Tesla stock and they still have to wait until the stock split to do so. So let me kind of make this analogy. This is on Photoshop. Keep in mind, this is probably not going to be the best analogy in the world, but I'm trying to visualize what I'm saying here and what I've been trying to emphasize in these most recent videos. So let's pretend you have a line of two different people. And so here's the barrier to the line. This is what people are trying to reach. And then we're going to write T right here for Tesla. That's a terrible T, but we're going to write T. That means Tesla. So these are the Tesla shares. And so the top line is going to be investors that have already had access to Tesla. So each dot represents a single investor waiting to get Tesla shares. So these are the people that have had access to Tesla previously, not the ones that have to rely on a stock split. These are individuals that either have access to fractional shares or they have enough money to buy Tesla over this point in time that we've seen so far. So let's pretend these are the people that have always had access to fractional shares, the individuals that have enough money to put into Tesla stock. And so we can pretend these individuals were in line to buy Tesla stock today, and of course they had access to do so, so they bought Tesla stock. And of course what we saw today with it being a red day, the supply of Tesla stock exceeded the demand. So we're going to go ahead and erase this line. So whoever had this access and wanted to buy Tesla stock today, they pretty much did so. So we're going to erase this line of people waiting on Tesla shares because they got their Tesla shares that they wanted. So we're going to go ahead ahead and put these dots over here in this Tesla section, just representing the fact that they've gotten their Tesla shares so far. So let's just put about just a few dots here and there. These are the people that got the shares that they wanted today. So let's just put a few dots there. Like I said, it has been a red day, but people still got in when they wanted to get in because they've had access to do so. Whereas now we have kind of like a representation on the bottom part of this section of the individuals that have been waiting for a very long time to get in on Tesla. They don't have access to fractional shares. They don't have the $2,000 to spend on Tesla stock. They likely didn't have the $1,500 to spend on Tesla stock. And so we have a lot of people. Now, keep in mind, this analogy does involve kind of like a prediction that I have. So this is just an example that kind of revolves around a prediction that I have, which is the fact that I think there's a lot of retail investors that simply don't have $2,000 to put in Tesla stock. So each individual dot is an investor that doesn't have access to fractional shares. They don't have the money to buy Tesla stock at its current share price, but they've always wanted to get in on Tesla. They're either waiting on a wait list with Robinhood for fractional shares access, or they've been waiting for a stock split like this to occur. And then some of these people may just be opportunists that realize, okay, this stock split is happening. Okay, I can actually afford that. So I might actually buy Tesla stock on Monday. So these people are still waiting in line for this Monday date. So I'm going to write a Monday here, whereas the people up top was Friday. So they pretty much went through the line, got their shares on Friday. And so now there's really not a lot of people that could have gotten on Tesla already. There's not many of them waiting in line to get Tesla shares. Now, there are just those few examples where there are individuals that have the money right now and previously had the money to buy Tesla stock, but they're simply just waiting for the stock split to happen on Monday. Whatever their reasoning is for that, that's just how they want to do it. I know that I even received a comment in one of my comment sections about someone that basically had the money to buy Tesla stock, but they simply just wanted to wait until Monday, until after the split occurred, to buy it. So that's kind of just some personal reasoning why some people are waiting on Monday, but I don't think there's a ton of people like that. There may be a few. There also may be a few that will panic by Monday as well if the stock does surge. But my point here is there are some people even on Friday today that are still going to wait until Monday, but this still represents the investors that have already had access to buying Tesla if they wanted to do so. So this is access. That's terrible writing. I can't write very well with this thing, but this is access, and this is kind of right here. This is the section with no access. So we're just going to put, there we go. I told you I can't write very well with this, but still, this is the access section. These are the people that could have always bought in on Tesla, and they can do so now. Like I said, there are some waiting until Monday to buy Tesla stock, like this small group of people here. But then again, here are these people with no access right now that are still waiting to buy Tesla stock, and they're waiting for Monday. So the point that I'm trying to make here with this analogy is like you have two lines of people. One line is getting cleared out. They're getting funneled through and buying Tesla stock. They've bought pretty much what they wanted to buy. And so whereas now you have people that have always wanted access that are still waiting for this event to happen. They cannot go ahead and get through the barrier and buy Tesla stock no matter what they try to do. The money is the barrier. They don't have enough money to buy Tesla stock at $2,200. What my theory is, on Monday, we could see a pretty significant surge. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I think a surge is pretty likely to happen on Monday or Tuesday, maybe even both days. We could have like that typical streak we see sometimes with Tesla where it's a really big day on the first day in terms of growth, and then the next day is actually a pretty big green day as well. So as the shares start trading on a split adjusted basis on Monday, these people are going to finally start being able to funnel through in Tesla stock. So previously, there was kind of like a lack of demand with Tesla today, and that's just because the people that have always had access to Tesla shares, they've bought their fair share of Tesla. They've bought what they've wanted so far, whereas these people can't buy this ahead of time like these individuals had access to do so. So they have to wait until this date. But when this date does occur, I think there's going to be a lot of individuals funneling in through and being able to buy Tesla stock. So it ends up with a ton of people in this little box right here in terms of this analogy that are finally able to buy Tesla. And I think this is going to be a significant amount on this first day. And I think that this could actually be a huge deal for Tesla stock because we're finally opening up the gates for this big section of demand that has never been fed. You could pretend like this whole section is a really hungry beast, and what it wants the most is Tesla shares. It's been waiting in the line for the longest time, and then Monday, it finally has the chance to get to the front of the line and actually get what it wants. So I think when you make this kind of like analogy, this isn't the greatest analogy, I know that, but still I'm trying to just visualize it for people that are visual learners. What I'm saying here is it's opening up the floodgates for a lot of those investors that just did not have that opportunity previously. And I think because of this, in addition to the typical general demand that you'll have from investors that have always had access, keep in mind some investors may be coming across some money over the weekend that they didn't have before. So this could have been like people that had access previously but just simply ran out of money, and then they get more access by Monday, in addition to the people that have been saving up money to buy maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 shares of Tesla at a share price of like $440 some. So I think with this analogy here, it kind of represents the demand that we could be seeing on Monday and Tuesday as people have this access. And this access is important when it comes to thinking about the potential growth of the stock price, because the stock price is all about the ratio of how many people are buying and how many people are selling. So that's kind of what I think is important to realize here. And when it comes to me just giving my personal perspective on things, I feel like we could see a pretty solid green day for Monday. And so I have mentioned in previous videos a price target of $2,500. That would be about $500 per share by the time of Tuesday or Monday. That's kind of like my personal prediction. Keep in mind, it's going to be a lot more difficult for that to happen with today being a red day. There's going to have to be a big increase in percentage in terms of the share price growing by the time of Tuesday or Monday. Now, that was kind of like the prediction that I mentioned previously. But also realize that short-term predictions are really hard to get correct just because of the fact that so many different things can happen in the short term, whereas long-term is a lot easier to predict. I kind of just wanted to do that for entertainment value and because it's something I could realistically see happening with Tesla, although to a lot of people it may seem unlikely just because it is a bold claim. I do realize that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see around a $500 share price around Tuesday or Monday of next week, or even just somewhere close to that. If we see like $460, $470 share price or $480, $490, I wouldn't be surprised if we see somewhere near 500. But a lot of that is relying on the hypothesis of there being a lot of people that have been wanting to get in on Tesla. So if there's not actually a lot of people that want to buy Tesla that just didn't have access to fractional shares or didn't have the full amount to buy a full Tesla share, then if that's not the case, then we can actually not see a big movement Monday. Really, the movement Monday relies on how many people have been waiting at this gate, kind of like the analogy that we just discussed. It relies on how many people are in that line to buy Tesla stock, with the new split adjusted price being traded on Monday for the shares. So a lot of that does rely on the demand. It relies on the idea that there are people waiting to get in on Tesla. So it's just a matter of, is this actually true? Are there a lot of people wanting to buy Tesla at this share price because it's affordable? Has the high share price of Tesla right now been a barrier for a lot of people? So we won't really know that answer for sure until we see the stock moving on Monday and the stock movements on Tuesday as well. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to smash that like button if you did, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, if you sign up with my link and deposit $100 into your account, you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. So that is nice passive income. And just a little secret, you can also take that $100 right back out. So it's basically free stocks, free money. But hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.